All right, here we go with number one. That's number one. So we got 2 beats of reverse gallop and then 2 beats of the regular gallop. Here we go. 60. 1, 1E and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2E and 3 and a 4 and a 100. Whoops. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's go to 150 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 2. Now we go back and forth between the reverse gallop and regular gallop. Back to back to back. 60. 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1E and 2 and a 3E and 4 and a 1E and 2 and 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1E and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1E and 2 and a 3 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 150 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 'Yeah, palm muting is optional. Just feel like that progression sounds a lot better with the palm mute. Okay, this one's a bit special. Yeah, let me change a setting here. So this is longer than any of the picking stuff we've done so far, I believe. We may have done something similar length in the beginning, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I have to go back and double check. But so we got 4 strings being used. And this isn't a 3/4 time signature, but we have quite a few more notes being played here. So definitely longer than what last week's was. So we can do something a bit different here. Instead of working this entire thing up starting at 60, if you feel like you can hear the notes well, like playing at 180, you're like, yep, I can tell when I'm playing 4 notes. So if you can tell you're playing those 4 notes, you can try something a little different this time. Because one of the main reasons why we work things up is to make sure you can hear everything very well. Because if you can't tell if you're playing 4 notes or 3, well, that's a problem. So if you feel like, since we've done quite a bit of this working it up thing, if you feel like you're pretty confident in how it sounds, and you're like, yep, this is definitely sounding correct, then instead of starting at 60 and working it up, we can just try starting at 180. Yes, starting at 180. Now, if you need to go slower at first, that's fine. But so one of the main things, a big goal here is to be able to just play fast straight away. Not always working it up all the time. Working it up is great to learn something new, get the muscle memory down so you know where to go, make sure you know exactly how it's supposed to sound, stuff like that. But yeah, eventually you gotta just go. You just gotta go. So let's try this for number 3. And again, if you need to work it up a bit, okay. But maybe see if you can just try this. Try going like bar to bar. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm gonna count off 4 to make it easier to follow along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now make sure you can do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You really should do that with your index finger on the B string. I screwed that up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, next part. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was bad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last piece. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then what you want to do is like 2 bars at a time. We just kind of start adding a little bit, or even just like a beat to beat. So just make sure you can do all those little changes. Follow along if you'd like. If I do that for everything, it might take too dang long. So something you can do something like 2 bars at a time. Make sure you can do that. So just for example, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can just add a bar, add a bar, add a bar. So, and then you can like try that much, and then you can try that much, and so on. Just keep adding one at a time. Another option is add one beat at a time. Make sure you can do that at 180, then be able to do that at 180, then be able to do that at 180, do that at 180, that, and so on. And you can like keep track of how long or where you end up. But let's just see how long would it actually take to do something like that. So I'm not going to highlight every little thing, so we can just kind of see, well, how long would this actually take? I'll set a little stopwatch here so I can get a good time and give you a realistic expectation of what you could be doing. Okay, so I'm just going to have a stopwatch going. So right now it is at 0. So I'm just going to start off by doing just a beat. Well, I'm going to do this much, and then I'm going to add one beat at a time. So I could highlight it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll highlight it. It's not going to take that much extra time. Anyway, so let's see. How long does this take? Damn it. Alright, never mind. This is going to take a long time. Hang on, I'm starting this over again. Stop, reset. Okay, here we go. That. All right, next part. There we go. Forget where to stop now. Okay, now I gotta highlight it so I remember where to go. Let me just make sure I got this properly. Okay. Or you could also just like do that, like, okay, now you gotta stop there. Now I gotta make it to here. not picking properly. And now the whole thing. Heard a bad note. Okay. So that right there took less than 4 minutes. Now, I'm not saying that you should expect to take less than 4 minutes. Say if you had like 10, 15 minutes of trying that, you can cover a pretty good amount of material. Now, let's say like you do kind of what I was doing there, and maybe like your first day, you only make it to or through that much. See if you could start there again, where you left off, and if that's too much, then cut some off. So maybe just try that much to start, and if that's too much, then you kind of back it off until you find an amount you can do just fine. Or you could just start off by doing that, and then do that, and then do that just right away if you feel good with that, because the more you do this, the easier that should get, and it should take you less time to achieve hitting all that stuff at the 180. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense up here, but when it comes out of my face, I don't know if it always makes sense. So please let me know if it doesn't. And then yes, you can start adding in repeats after that, because it does still say there, work it up as fast as you can without the repeats. So not working it up in the whole 60, 65, 70 thing. But yeah, like if you start feeling really good with this, you could start adding in those repeats again, or just even without a metronome, just kind of go with it. Just go at a pace that feels okay, and just allow your body to slow down or speed up. Just make sure you hit all the notes, but allow your body to slow down or speed up as you go through this, so you can just really build good muscle memory on just picking fast. And then just kind of keep pushing it. Try and go through the whole thing, like 4 times. Be a good finisher. You don't have to do that with the metronome. Just kind of go at whatever pace feels okay, and this way you can kind of auto-regulate how hard you're pushing the speed there. So obviously we don't want to just go real dainty with it and slow. It's got to have some speed to it, so it feels like you are doing something to push yourself. So there you go, special approach to number 3. Any questions come up, please let me know. I will see you again next week.